The Wollemi pine is one of the world's oldest and rarest plants, dating back to the time of the dinosaurs. With less than 100 adult trees known to exist in the wild, the Wollemi pine is now the focus of extensive research to safeguard its survival. And so naturally, it has now come about that Deputy Premier John Barilaro and Gladys Berejiklian, the Premier, have decided to put a coal mine there on the edge of the Wollemi forest. And this is one of 50 new proposed coal mines in Australia, the country which leads the world among developed nations in new coal mine proposals at a time when the rest of the world is running in exactly the opposite direction. The absurdity of this situation is that the Wollemi mine, should it ever see the light of day, will become extinct even before it is born. It will be the first extinction before it even existed. Because you see, India, one of our big coal customers, is phasing out seaborne coal imports. China is rapidly trying to decarbonise. Japan is making big moves in this direction too, going, unlike Australia, 2050 net zero emissions. So at a time when the world is going in exactly the opposite direction, Gladys and John are wanting to set up a coal mine on the edge of the Wollemi State Forest. It may never even be a hole in the ground because demand for coal over the next 10 to 30 years is going to vanish. Yet there is no plan. There is no national plan from Resources Minister Angus Taylor, from the Prime Minister Scott Morrison, from the state premiers to replace these very large export industries. Entire Hunter Valley townships and so on will not have an economy in 20 to 30 years based on coal, yet there is no plan for transition. Adding further to the absolute absurdity of this proposal of our energy and resources policy is the fact that the government has already shown its hand. Already billions in subsidies are transferred from the public to mining companies already, billions each year. So the government presumably will be underwriting industries that go out the back door as global demand for fossil fuels recedes. And so who's going to be on the hook? We are, because they will not get any private interests willing to pay the bonds, to put up the security, to do the cleanup in the future, to do the rehabilitation. There will be holes left strewn all around the country, and yet there are 50 new proposals for coal mines alone as the government is ramping up its subsidies to fossil fuel drillers and miners. Like this video if you'd like to see a realistic approach to economic development in Australia that does not subsidise fossil fuel companies. Come on, John, come on, Gladys. Don't subsidise fossil fuels. Subsidise innovative young businesses which are going to grow, like independent media. Sling us a few bucks on Patreon and we'll keep you honest.